I wrote a program that uses computer vision to detect when I'm encountering a distraction, and when I am, uses a webcam on a pan tilt rig to track me, and a Nerf gun to shoot me in the face. Can I say that on YouTube? Doesn't matter. That's what's happening. You saw in the last video, to combat distractions and ensure I stay focused, I work in 4-hour coding blocks. But even on my best days, distractions tend to creep in. A persistent phone call that won't stop buzzing, a YouTube notification when I'm watching a programming tutorial, or productive procrastination where I'm getting stuff done, just not the thing I need to get done. So to help me solve those problems and to ensure I don't get distracted, well, I had to take the extreme approach. And all of this, the object detection, the face tracking, the controlling of the servos, is all going to be done on this laptop right here. It is one of many NVIDIA GeForce RTX 30 series laptops available right now. It's perfect for any project you throw at it, with this being one. We're going to be taking heavy advantage of the GPU that is inside of it. It's perfect for STEM students and the many challenges STEM degree programs throw at you. Complex engineering design projects, detailed mathematical simulations, building advanced artificial intelligence models. The powerful GeForce RTX GPUs help you complete your studies better and quicker. But it's also perfect outside the classroom, outside your studies, and all around student life. If you like to play video games or make video games, any creative apps you use, well, the NVIDIA GeForce RTX series laptops are an amazing tool to optimize performance of all of these apps in games. But in order to really take advantage of this laptop to optimize your studies, well, you need to remove all distractions. And to remove all distractions, you need to identify those distractions. That's where computer vision project number 1 comes into play. What I'm thinking is we write a Python script using TensorFlow, using the object detection API for, well, object detection. We're going to be using the GeForce RTX for GPU dynamic memory allocation, and OpenCV so we can use this built-in webcam because, well, we kind of need eyes. And after hours of research, I spent many more hours installing everything ever made. Anaconda for Python, which isn't a requirement for TensorFlow, but it's very intuitive in its way of managing packages and setting up virtual environments. TensorFlow because, well, duh. But then I needed to implement GPU support. That way TensorFlow prioritizes the GPU instead of the CPU's integrated graphics. The reason being is that GPU over CPU, the computational gains are pretty substantial. You can quite literally turn an entire week's worth of training into a day's worth of training. That's why we want to prioritize the GPU over the CPU. Some more environment setup and drivers, blah, blah, blah. And then installing TensorFlow Object Detection API, Cocoa API, and test. It is the next day. I am, in fact, wearing the same shirt, but we got the test to work. Not only did we get the test to work, we got the object detection to work. Look, look, look. It recognizes the cup on my shirt, the TV, which is a monitor, but fair enough. That's not exactly a refrigerator, and I am about 85-90% person, which is a bit more than I thought it'd give me. Pause. I forgot to mention, this only works in real time because the GPU is better at AI inference than the CPU, which is basically artificial intelligence processing. If I was just using the CPU, not only would this object detection be a lot slower, but it would also kind of prevent me from using the laptop for anything else. Just wanted to mention that. But it doesn't matter if it thinks I'm 90% person and that is 30% refrigerator. As long as when I pull my cell phone in screen, it recognizes that it's a cell phone. Even if I have most of my hand covering it, how you would naturally hold it, that's perfect. And this is the code that does it. And I think hanging out with all of those data people on the Bright Data Content trip poorly influenced my decisions, because here I am using Jupyter Notebook, which is honestly really nice to use, but don't tell them I said that. A few main points here is that when we load the model after downloading it and creating the directory in which it's stored, we are enabling GPU dynamic memory allocation. I do want to point out, yes, I did tell you about the benefits of using a GPU over CPU when you're training your own models, and I am not training my own model. But it is still beneficial for us to use the GPU, and for any students who will be learning to train these kinds of models, you would do it on a GPU. And then we're doing a few more things, defining the video stream using OpenCV, and then we're putting everything together. So when you run it, as you've seen before, this is what you get. A lot of chairs right there. And oh no, is that a cell phone in my hand? Why, yes it is. And I'm using OpenCV again and another Python script to do the face tracking. Now it doesn't work perfect if I'm at a side view or something, but for this project, I'm happy with it. Now all I gotta do is write Arduino code to send the coordinates to that Arduino to adjust the pan tilt servers to aim the webcam at me so I'm always right in the center. This white square needs to be in the center or inside the red square. And would you look at that? The code is done, which I definitely wrote myself. I'll leave all the links to the resources I used in the description. All right, it was a little tricky to get the exact movements dialed in, but I mean, the thing just wanted to keep going like that because the movements were too drastic, but I think we're all good now. So I guess it's time for the Nerf gun, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little scared. Oh no. I'm just looking at sharks! No! Did it break? You know what? That's okay. I don't mind that it broke. Oh, no. Alright, you're done! So there you have it, folks. Let's take a look at this one more time. So we have one servo to control the horizontal turn. We have another servo to control the vertical turn. And we have a third servo to pull the trigger when it's aiming at me. And these servos are connected to the Arduino for the control, and then through a breadboard for the positive and negative that then goes to the Arduino here. Oh yeah, and as in all top products, plenty of duct tape to ensure everything works. And I do want to point out, if you notice that I wasn't shooting at my face, well, I got a little scared, and as you can see, they're at slightly different angles. So if the webcam is pointing at my face, in theory, this should be pointing at my chest, give or take. Don't hate on it. I don't see y'all shooting yourselves in the face with a Nerf gun. I'm just saying. And not only that, but I tried two different goggles. Obviously, this covers most of my face, the snowboarding goggles, and then these like safety goggles. I have like 5 pairs of safety glasses and I can't find any of them. The face tracking wouldn't work on either of these, so that's why I had to go without eye protection, which is also why I aimed it at my chest. But don't worry, this is just the beta version. The full production version will come with safety glasses and aim at your face because the face tracking will work with those safety glasses included. But on a serious note, this was a lot of fun, and our 2 computer vision projects worked flawlessly on the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 30 series laptops. I'm going to be leaving links in the top of the description so you can learn more about it and see what models are available with the GeForce RTX 30 series GPUs. It'll be right above the link so you can pre-order your own Distractibot for $20. And if you are interested in learning AI, NVIDIA actually has this thing called Deep Learning Institute. And this actually isn't part of the ad, it's just a really cool resource for learning AI using self-paced courses, certifications, and instructor-led workshops. I'll leave that link in the description as well in case you're interested, just something worth checking out. Thank you to NVIDIA for sponsoring this video and making projects like this happen. I like to be able to just disappear in my office and work on a single project, and I can do that thanks to brands like NVIDIA. So if you're a STEM student, and you need a laptop, especially if you're doing some sort of work that we discussed earlier, AI modeling, mathematical simulations, some sort of engineering design that is going to be GPU intensive, that can really allow your workflow to speed up and reduce 5 days of work into 1 day of work, well, check out the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 30 series laptops. Yes, the 30 series means it's 30 series GPU inside this bad boy. Now, I do have a lot of cleaning up to do in my office with all of these darts on the ground, and I mean, my office is just always a mess, but before I do that, I'm just going to, well, I need a break. I'm just going to wind down a little bit and play some video games. Whew. There's really nothing better than playing video games after a long day, and these graphics are just really good. I wonder if any of my buddies are online. Oh no, I'm just playing video games!